We'll start in about 5 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Hello, hello, hello. I think we're live on YouTube. That's cool. All right. So let's see here. So in about 4 minutes, we'll start. Get everybody online. You can chat. Feel free to chat with folks. Say hello, where you're from. You can ask questions. I'm not sure if we're going to get to all the questions. Respect your time. I think we're scheduled for about a half an hour. So that's a lot of information in a short amount of time. And if you're live on YouTube, we're not going to pay attention to the comments there. Feel free to post things if you'd like. But if you wanted to attend the live webinar and ask questions, that's at nachi.org/webinars. All of our webinars are free, live and online, just like it says on the sign behind me. And it's open to everyone. So this is an InterNACHI webinar. And we've been doing a bunch of webinars on websites and SEO. And today's about keywords. And go to nachi.org/webinars to register for the next webinar. And we're going to start in about 2-3 minutes. Hey, Anthony from Portland, what's going on? Get your coffee ready. Get your notebooks out. Notebooks? Who has notebooks anymore? So we'll start in about 2 minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to use the chat feature. Thanks for attending the live event. There's a Q&A feature on your side as well. If you like other people's questions, you can upvote them. And I'll try to get to the chat and the questions. But you can also watch this webinar video recording. We record all of the webinars, so you can watch it later at the URL there on the screen, nachi.org/webinars. And if you're live on YouTube, feel free to join us live on our webinar platform, InterNACHI Webinars. That's at nachi.org/webinars, nachi.org/webinars. All right. Can you all hear me? Can you all see me? I think you can. I never really know. Technology is awesome when it all works. Okay, we're going to start in about a minute. We had a ton of people register. This is a 6-part series, 6 webinars in a series about websites and SEO. And this is part 4. We're going to get to it in about 1 minute. Let everybody get online and on time. So grab your coffee. Hey, Brian. Insight Home Inspection. I like that. I like that name. Very unique. All right, we're going to start in 30 seconds or so. So if you're on YouTube Live, you can always register for a free live webinar by visiting nachi.org/webinars. We'll start in just a few minutes. All right, Julio, Rich, Brian, Anthony. Hey, everyone. All right, let's get started, yeah? That's enough of that timer. Shall we begin? Awesome. Hey, everybody. My name is Ben Gromyko. I'm from InterNACHI. That's the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. We do InterNACHI webinars at nachi.org/webinars. They're free, live, online, interactive, and open to everyone. So if you wanted to register for the next webinar, it's free, nachi.org/webinars, or just Google search InterNACHI webinars and it'll pop up. Today we're doing part 4. What are Google search keywords and how to choose the right ones? And it's part 4 of a 6-part webinar series. It's all about inspector websites and SEO and keywords. And in relation to SEO, it's not a complicated thing. And don't pay anybody for SEO. Don't pay anybody, especially who emails you from a strange URL, about getting on page 1. Page 1 doesn't exist anymore. Don't pay anyone, more than a few $100s for a really good inspector website. Don't pay anyone more than $1 a day for hosting your website. Don't pay anyone to manage your website. SEO is not very complicated. People will make SEO and keywords sound really confusing. And, those people are usually the ones trying to sell you something, right? So no matter what type of home inspection business you're in, residential, commercial, mold, radon, multi-inspector, move-in certified, new construction, indoor air quality, you want your website to show up on a search, right? Like Google. So working on your website SEO should be a critical part of your inspection business and marketing strategy. And the great thing is you can do it yourself. You really can. If I can do it, so can you. Or you can leverage the key to success, which is the word delegate. Give it to somebody else to do. Okay. Previously, we did 3 parts. They were really focused about SEO. And this is part 4. We're going to do a little bit of keyword search kind of stuff. And part 5, today's Monday. I think Friday is part 5. It's about keyword intent. What are your clients intending to do when they use keywords? And how do people search? We're going to go over that. And then more keyword intent on part 6. So this is part 4 of a 6-part series. And you can watch the video recordings of previous parts and register for the next webinar, which is part 5 there on December 15th. And it's free to register at nachi.org/webinars, nachi.org/webinars. And part 5 is all about SEO for home inspector websites and Google search, keyword intent, and how people use keywords. InterNACHI, big organization of residential and commercial property inspectors. If you're not a member, and if you've never been a member of InterNACHI and you want to try us out, we've got some URLs and codes here to give us a go. That's at nachi.org/trial, TRIAL, and you enter the code webinar month, one word. And if you want a big discount off your first year membership, 50% off, type in the word webinar, and that's at nachi.org/trial. And we have our own tuition-free college for inspectors, and that's at internachi.edu. All of InterNACHI's online courses, they're free for InterNACHI members. That's one of the great reasons to be a member of InterNACHI. And all the courses are from our college, and they're free. And we talk a lot about websites. InterNACHI has an official vendor for inspector website designs. That's inspectorwebsitebuilder.com. You can just Google search inspector website builder. They'll pop up, or visit for details, nachi.org/website. And this is part 4. And it's about what Google search keywords are and how to choose the right ones. Choosing strategic keywords is essential to your website content strategy. You don't just make a website and throw up content on your website without having a strategy. Why are you doing it, right? You're doing it in order to attract visitors, and not just any visitor. People just land on your website and then bounce away. The right visitors, right? After all, that's what SEO is really all about. Optimizing, tweaking your website to attract the right potential clients. In the previous webinar of this previous series, we learned how to optimize the page content for SEO. And if you missed that, you can go to the video recording. In this part 4, we're going to learn a little bit about keywords and how to choose the right ones for your home inspector website. You don't just put in anything on your website, right? There's a strategy to it. But first, what are keywords? Well, keywords are the main topics that define your inspector website. They're the main things that you're talking about on your website in order to attract, remember, the right clients. And when it comes to SEO, the keywords, they're the words and phrases people use when people are searching on a search engine like Google or Bing to find what they're looking for, right? Those are the keywords and phrases. So it could be, for example, like home inspector in, and then like Raleigh. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. Home inspector in Raleigh, North Carolina, right? Home inspection in Pittsburgh. Home inspector near me. Maybe common searches using phrases that could be used as keywords. And you think of these keywords as part of your SEO strategy to build your content on your website that's attractive, not only to search engines, but to people searching for what you have to offer them. So let's just, before we go back, let me just make sure everybody understands. Let's go to Google. Let's do a keyword search, right? So I'm going to do home inspector near me in, let's pick a place. Portland. I see Anthony's from Portland, right? So what came up was Yelp. Oh, this is a great thing. We talked about this. I think it was in part 2. We could talk about this another if you wanted to. It's a third-party entity that makes recommendations to home inspectors. So Yelp is, you can get a free, I have one. I have a free Yelp account, and essentially Yelp links to my website. So hopefully when people are looking for an inspector, Google loves it when other things, other entities, other third-party institutions like InterNACHI recommends an inspector, right? Angie's List. That's another one. Here's Thompson Home Inspection in Portland, Oregon. Home inspection. We perform comprehensive home inspections. This is the title. We perform comprehensive home inspections in the surrounding Portland area. From inside out, we carefully examine homes prior to buying or selling. Your inspector, contact me. This is really great. I like that. That popped up. Nice website. Good picture. Okay. So that's a keyword search, right? I typed in home inspector near me in Portland, Oregon. Maybe that's a common phrase of people in your area looking for a home inspector, right? Instead of keywords, they're like key phrases, right? Certified home inspector near me. That's a phrase. So key phrases really is what we talk about because it better reflects the way people search online today. And usually it's 4 or more words. Nearly 70% of all online searches contain 4 or more words. And that's important because the content on your website will have keywords that are going to be in phrases that are 4 or more words. So when potential clients use specific phrases related to your inspection business, you want your site to have those phrases so that Google ranks your site high on search engine results, right? Your site content plays a huge role. From the services that you provide, such as home inspections and home maintenance and mold inspections, to the words and phrases that you use naturally throughout your website content. Words like inspection, certified, testing, report, cost, and the city in which you work. These words help search engines get a good idea of what you're all about. What is your site about. And it helps search engines identify if your website has valuable content that's relevant to the particular search query. So to develop a strong content strategy, first, you need to know which keywords and phrases you're targeting, your clients are using. What keywords and phrases are your website content emphasizing or focused on or targeting? So let's just have some tips here. There's a few tips about how to develop a strong content strategy, okay? And there's important questions you have to ask yourself when researching and choosing your keyword phrases, okay? Question one is, who? That's the first thing to consider. Who are your potential clients? Imagine them, and what do you think they're searching for? And how are they searching for it? What are their needs and concerns? What topics will grab their interest? Are they first-time home buyers? Well, maybe that keyword phrase should pop up in your content strategy. Put yourself in their shoes. Are they looking for a certified professional inspector who does mold? What do you think they're searching for? And why are they searching for it? Maybe they're buying, maybe they're selling, maybe they want you to oversee a construction project. How can you provide these people? Who are they? How can you provide them with information and answers and results to their searches? So the first thing you got to do is ask yourself, who are your clients? Maybe they're looking for an InterNACHI certified professional inspector, a CPI. Maybe because they're first-time home buyers and they're looking for someone who's an inspector, a professional, and certified. Maybe their needs are for finding the best qualified, competent local home inspector. And their concerns, your content has to address your potential website, your potential clients' concerns and questions and needs. Their concerns may be they don't know if you're the best, right? Because they don't know you personally. And a topic or some content that may grab their attention is that, oh, this inspector has over 100 five-star Google reviews. That's testimonies, that's recommendations from total strangers. Like you could yell really loud that you're the best home inspector in Portland, Oregon. But if you have 100 total strangers saying that you are, they'll trust that instead. Or maybe they're looking for an InterNACHI home inspector who has attained that CPI designation. First thing to consider is who. The second question you have to ask yourself is unique value proposition. What's your unique value proposition? So what are you proposing to give to people searching for your services, like yours, like your company? What is the value that you're going to give them? What is the answer or the results, the need that you're going to fulfill? And how is it unique and not the same as everybody else? Think about what makes your business stand out from your competition. Maybe it's because you are not only InterNACHI certified as a certified professional inspector with a CPI designation, but you're also trained and certified by InterNACHI to provide radon testing services or mold or indoor air quality or specifically roof inspections or WDO inspections. To get certified in services that your potential clients may be searching for right now, go to nachi.org/certifications. And we have training and certification programs provided by an accredited home inspector college so that you can answer those search queries. Maybe you need to focus on whatever you think is very specific in a search query. Maybe there's a group of potential clients who are looking for like a thermal, infrared, house energy saving kind of inspection. Maybe you're infrared certified through InterNACHI and you use an infrared camera on all of your home inspections and a moisture meter too. So you can get trained and certified by InterNACHI in infrared. Maybe you include a free 90-day buyback guarantee with every home inspection, right? To address those concerns about an agent having a hesitation in giving you a referral. Maybe you give each client and agent a 100-page full color customized home maintenance book by InterNACHI. And that's at nachi.org/now. Maybe you fly a drone because you're an InterNACHI trained drone pilot. And that's at nachi.org/certifications. So keywords and search phrases, these are words, 4 or more, or groups of words that use where a user is entering into a search engine what they're looking for, and Google and other search engines are trying to match up relevant content to that search. Smart SEO is about focusing on those keywords that are most likely to reach people who are genuinely interested in what you do. For example, you can take all those previously listed inspector certifications. Those are all value propositions, and they're unique to you. And use them as keywords on your website content. And your keywords should appear throughout your inspector website design. Use these words in your site text, but don't just dump them all over the place. You have to use them naturally. Don't write for search engines, write for people. You have to write those keywords organically, naturally, keeping them in the correct context. Don't overload your website with keywords. You'll get penalized. The key is to make sure that the keywords you're adding onto your website contribute something of value to your site visitors, something unique of value. Use keywords and search phrases that you want search engines to find and directly relate or connect people to your site. So if I was an infrared certified inspector that really enjoys looking for basement water problems, these are phrases that I want, and these are keywords that I want on my site content in my blog, so that when someone is looking for that particular unique value proposition, I'm going to rank high in relation to my competitors who are just using generalizations about inspections. For example, how many old antiquated websites out there are teaching people what a home inspection is? I mean, I guess that's good content for 20 years ago, 30 years ago, right? So content strategy is really important for your website. And a keyword like home inspection in Raleigh, you have to think about that. I think about best home inspector in North Carolina, or certified home inspector near me, or maybe it's guaranteed home inspection with infrared, right? You got to use keywords and search phrases that you think your site's potential visitors are entering when they do a search for a company to find you or the services that they are looking for. And be specific. How about basement water problem inspector in Raleigh, North Carolina? That's a pretty good, unique value proposition. And to learn more about unique value propositions, we have a playlist, a video playlist. And you visit nachi.org/simple. We call this playlist Inspection, Business, and Marketing Made Simple. And within that playlist, you can learn about creating your own unique value propositions. The other thing you can do is see what happens when you spy on your competition. See what your competitors are doing. Spy on your inspector competition in your market area by using InterNACHI's search engine there, nachi.org/ certified-inspectors. Or if you just go to any NACHI.org page, it says right there, find an inspector near you, and you can enter the address if you wanted to. 27605, that's Raleigh, and do a little search. And then you spy on a competition, right? So there's James. I'm going to take a look at his website, Hawkeye Inspections. Oh, James better get his website back up and running. No one's going to hire James if his website doesn't work. Let's go to Richard. Richard's there, got the Sherlock Holmes thing. Very nice. Beautiful picture. Love the family picture. That's awesome, right? These are great. And within here, I'm sure there are some keywords in the content because no one's reading it, but maybe they are. I know search engines are. Search engines are reading every word. Search engines are reading the description of every picture. So you got your picture here, Richard. It better be titled, right? Richard, home inspector. Okay. So spy on your competition using InterNACHI search engine. It's important to research and understand what's working for your competitors. So do a little search, take that opportunity to compare what you do with what they do, develop and highlight your own value propositions, and they should be unique, right? Because if we're all doing the same thing, essentially performing a home inspection according to the standards of practice, and we're looking at the same systems and components, what makes us unique? A unique value proposition is an answer to the question, why should I hire you instead of someone else? And it better not be because you have the lowest price. Because when everything else is the same, maybe people look at the lowest price, and that's no good for anyone. So what you need to do is think of your services and how are you different from all the rest? Not just on price, it's on value. Okay. We talk about that in that video playlist at nachi.org/simple. In short, choosing the right keywords is only part of the SEO puzzle. Establishing your site as relevant and trustworthy takes some time. If you're new, you're probably not going to just be up on the top of a search, right? It takes some time. We recommend doing some research to identify the most effective keywords for your website content strategy. And there's a company called SEMrush, semrush.com. It's a good service to use in researching keywords for your inspection website business. And SEMrush is actually integrated with my Wix website, my Wix dashboard, because I hired InterNACHI's official vendor to design my website, and they use Wix. So let me show you what that looks like. So if I log into my Wix dashboard, InterNACHI's official vendor uses Wix. They design my BigBenInspections.com home inspection website, and they put in SEO and keywords. And you can see the SEO setup checklist. And at the top, there's a little thing called, you can edit the site information, the keywords of the site, right? Like name, location, and other keywords. And I have my keywords here, but SEMrush is connected to my Wix account. And I can type in a phrase or keyword phrase, and SEMrush is going to tell me near me. And SEMrush will tell me if my keywords, they'll give me recommendations on what keywords to use. That's really great. So Inspector Website Builder builds my website, and they use SEMrush to help me choose. They connect SEMrush. They help me choose keywords that Google is going to use to connect people searching for my company and my services in my area so that I can maybe rank higher than my competitors, right? And this is all through my Wix dashboard. So I get all these analytics and trends and difficulty in ranking and search intent and all that stuff, right? To make my website better. I don't know if you have access to that. If you have a website designer, ask them to connect a SEMrush account to your account so that you can use a tool to help you choose the best keywords for your website content strategy. Again, InterNACHI's Inspector Website Builder helps you with that. Okay. Quality content is essential to ranking higher in Google. Quality content, not just a bunch of text that you dump from ChatGPT on your website. It's quality stuff. And if you're not ranking on Google for your keywords, you may want to reconsider your list of target keywords, your content. When choosing keywords, ask yourself, what would one of my customers, my potential clients, type into Google when looking for a business like mine? What would they, and those are your keywords. And that can be confirmed using other tools in your Wix account. Then take a look at your site and check that you have used those keywords as much as possible, while always making sure that your content sounds natural, right? So what would one of my clients type into Google when searching for a company like mine? And then I take those keywords, those keyword phrases, and I use them as much as possible naturally, organically in my website content design. Use my keywords in my domain. It's bigbeninspections.com. Oh, I did a search for a home inspector and the word inspection wasn't in the domain or hardly in the website itself. I forget what it was. And it kept popping up something about a wood forest service or something in the state or something like that. It was like Oakwood something. I can't remember. But the word inspection wasn't even in the domain. And the keyword search didn't really help because the content of the website wasn't really designed well. So you have to use these keywords in your domain, in your headlines. We talked about headlines in the previous webinars. Those are the big kind of like, there's chunks of information on a web page and like there's a headline and subheading. And we talked about that in the previous part of the webinar series. And you got to use the keywords in the text and also even in alt text and images. And we talked about that before. And it takes time for search engines to crawl your website and then review it, understand if it's relevant or trustworthy, and then rank it. So it's a long haul SEO. It's not a short sprint, unless you want to get out your credit card and run a Google ad. If you have the money, you can be right up there, right on top. Just dump a lot of money, but that's really expensive, right? So the best thing to do is have a great foundation for your website design. Your website has to be designed well with a good structure and good, right now, SEO, smart SEO, and good keyword content that is designed in a way to move potential website visitors into a place where they're going to decide to hire you or not. So it has to be structured that way. It has to be a good experience also. So generally, the more competitive your keywords are, the more time and effort it will take to boost your site's ranking and results. So if you have 100 competitors and they're all named and similarly, and they're all providing the same content or value propositions, that's going to be difficult, right? That's why it's called unique value propositions. And to figure that out, we have some training to help you figure out what your unique value proposition is. Make sure you choose an inspector website design company or do it yourself or delegate to a company that knows how to build an inspector website correctly with all the personalized SEO and keywords and key phrases that work for your business. So this information in this 6-part series is provided by Wix because InterNACHI's official vendor for website designs, for inspector website designs, uses Wix, like I showed you in my website. and they build modern custom websites for SEO and keywords. I like it because they build websites exclusively for InterNACHI members. So to get details, visit nachi.org/website. All right, so that was a little bit of part 4 of this 6-part webinar series. We've gone about a half an hour, so I want to respect your time. In this webinar, we learned about keywords and how to choose the right ones for your home inspector website. In part 5, in our next webinar, we'll learn about keyword intent and how potential clients search for home inspectors. Register for the next webinar or watch a video recording of a past webinar at our InterNACHI webinar platform, and that's at nachi.org/webinars. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Thank you so much for being here at an InterNACHI webinar all about SEO and in home inspector websites. I'm Ben Gromyko from InterNACHI. That's the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors. Bye, everybody. See you next time.